Have you ever wished that you could turn your social media profiles into ATM machines that just spit out money so you could even make money while you sleep? Well, you are in for a special treat. In this week's episode, my good friend Karla Silver is going to take over the entire show and share her tips on how to turn your social media profiles into ATM machines. So let's do this.
Hey, my name is Karla Silver, and I'm super excited to be here with you today. Did you know that every single day your prospects opt into an email list with their credit cards in hand, hoping and praying that they found the solution to what they're looking for? Well, are they opting into your list? That's my question for you. Let's go to the slides. Okay, here we go. Today we're going to talk about how to turn your business into that ATM machine and finally get those sleep sales that everyone seems to be talking about. Well, if you're thinking, oh, is this the right video for me to watch? Well, this is for you if you know you need to use automation tools in your business or you won't grow fast enough. Eileen said, Karla makes everything so easy for newbies like me. In less than 2 weeks, I had my sales funnel up and running and I was getting leads and sales. Woohoo! Also, if you have automation set up, this is for you too, but if you're not getting leads and sales, I got you. Lori said, Karla's training has seriously changed everything about my business. It's one thing to automate. It's another thing to wake up to new business builders in my organization. Best decision ever. So if you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Karla Silver. This is where I'm supposed to tell you all the amazing things about me and have a fantastic professional photo. And I decided not to do that. I'm just going to tell you the highlights and you get to see me goofing around typing in a GIF. I've been a top producer at 6 network marketing companies. I've built always through attraction marketing and lead generation. I have never, ever done the friends and family thing in almost 18 years in business. I was voted, thank you, Business for Home, into the top 50 internet marketers in the direct sales industry. I'm a 2-time best-selling author. I love traveling. I have never recruited one-on-one through meetings, cold messaging, all that jazz. As a matter of fact, I am super against cold messaging people. And I also have a company that actually we build marketing systems for network marketing companies. So I've been around the block a little bit. But I want to point out to you, if you are not using email follow-up and you're not sending emails consistently to follow up the people that opted into your email list, you have a huge hole in your business. So let's look at exactly what this is. If you look at the big square, the big orange square, as all the prospects in the entire world that have ever been, ever requested information about on how to fix a problem, whether it's weight loss, money, time, whatever it is. 50% of those people will never buy. And that's fine, right? A guy that owns a shoe store on Main Street doesn't expect every single last person that comes into their store to buy, right? So 50% of the people that have ever said, yeah, I'm interested in looking at your business, or yeah, I'm interested in a coaching program, or yeah, I'm interested in a weight loss thing that you might have, they're never going to buy. That's just the facts, and that's okay. But the good news is that 1 or 2% of those people will buy fairly soon if they're a qualified prospect. So out of 100 people, 1 or 2 are going to pop and say, yep, I want your thing. The better news is 13 to 14%, if you follow up with them properly, will get started in your business or will buy your products within the next couple of days to couple of weeks to couple of months. But the good news, bad news is 35% will get started with you between 2 months to 6 to 10 years, whatever, whenever they're ready, if they're followed up with properly. 35%. This, my friends, is where I have made all my, well, not all, but the majority of the money, right? Of this 50%, 35% of my income over time, over the past almost 18 years, has come from following up over and over and over and over and over and over again via email. And there's lots of rumors in the industry that email is dead. I'm here to tell you it is definitely not dead. It's alive and kicking. The fact is that people don't make decisions right away. They typically need time and attention. I'm exactly that person. So when the pandemic hit in March of 2020, obviously I couldn't travel anymore. I wasn't able to travel. Yet Traveler magazine was in my inbox every single day with really cool travel stories. Maybe it was the top 10 bistros in Paris, or it was 14 hidden museums in New York, or maybe it was 13 different places to shop when you go to Morocco. I don't know, right? But they followed up with me every single day. And finally, when it looked like maybe the pandemic was going away last November, they dropped into my email box with ideas for a trip to Africa. And my husband and I said, oh, there's really no COVID right now in Africa. Let's go. So guys, they had followed up with me 256 times between March 20th and the time that I made that decision to go before I booked. 256. And all the times that they had been in my email box before then. And I also know this because not too long ago, in my last opportunity, I got a call from a guy that I had never spoken to before, but he'd been on my list, on my email follow-up list for 6 years. He said, Karla, you sent me an email. You and Don were in Hawaii, and I've been watching you ever since. I'm ready to get started. What are you doing now? Well, I did the math. It was 6 years since we had been to Hawaii. So people just don't make decisions right now. There's a lot of things that have to happen and fall into place before they're ready to get started with you, buy your products, whatever. So hopefully, if you are somebody that hasn't built an email list or hasn't built the automation into your business yet, hopefully you're not panicking, because I got you. I promise. I promise. We're going to keep it simple. I want to reassure you that if you haven't started building an email list, it's kind of like the old expression, when was the best time to plant an oak tree in your backyard? Well, 50 years ago was the time, but the next best time is today. So the next best news is, if you're just starting out, small lists are very, very powerful. When I got started doing this, I just grabbed everybody's, I'm not telling you to do this, but when I want you to keep it simple. When I get started, I just got everybody's email address and I sent emails out from my personal email account. Would I advise you to do that today? Absolutely not. First of all, you might get shut down by your email provider. There's simple tools that our students use that cost less than $20 a month, where every single lead or prospect or person they talk to, communicate with, opts into their list. However, every single person goes on that email list. The most important thing is if you haven't started and you haven't built your email list, then you get started and you get it going right now, right? This is the best time ever. So I'm going to share 6 email secrets that literally have turned my business into an ATM machine. And the first secret is be consistent and email often. We recommend that our students, especially when they're just starting out, to email at least 1 or 2 times a week. But I got to tell you, a little bit more frequency is much better. When we got back from that trip to Africa, I was deleting the bajillion emails that had been that had been delivered while we were gone. And I follow a guy named Frank Kern. Frank Kern is considered the OG, the original gangster. He's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Internet marketer. He's been around since he was the first guy, I think, that made $1 million in a day or something like that online. And I was cleaning out my email list and I realized that he's in my email 2 or 3 times a day, right? A day. So we tell our students to start out at 1 or 2 times a week, but when you're in promotion mode, and I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes, email much more often. And email when you get an idea. Just send off an email to your list. This is how you build trust. And always, just PS, Don't send an email that does not have some call to action. Always, always, always not ask, tell your prospect what to do next. Get on your calendar, call me, PM me, watch this video, watch the presentation, get started. Whatever it is that you want your prospect to do in every single email, even if it's just in the PS, tell them what to do next. You want to condition them that they're going to take action every single time they open one of your emails. Secret number 2, your prospect doesn't trust you yet. Even if it's your very, very, very best friend in the whole wide world, or your mom, or your second cousin, or whoever, they don't necessarily trust you that you're going to stay in the business, trust you that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. They just don't necessarily trust you. There's a little distrust there. So we're going to talk about some ways that you can build trust. Number 1 is just show up and be you on social, in your email. We have programs in our company that we teach a very simple social selling posting strategy that demonstrates you're a real person, proves, this is the most important one, proves to your prospects that what you do and your products work, and builds your authority in the marketplace. The second thing you can do is just plain be consistent. I know you hear this as an entrepreneur all the time, but if you're consistent, you're building authority, you're building proof, you're building that trust, and just do it over and over and over again. And that builds that foundation that you have to have for somebody to build that whole know, like, and trust factor to get started with you. And number 3, be transparent about your life and what you do. It's not about having the Lamborghini in front of a mansion. That's definitely not what it's about. Tell the story. I have one of my emails, I tell the story about how I had been flown to Chicago to interview for a big fat job at the Tribune Company. And I ducked into Nordstrom's ahead of time to brush my teeth and fix my hair, make sure my makeup was do all those things. And I walked out of Nordstrom's, walked over to the Tribune building, and my butt was freezing. It's cold in Chicago. It's windy, but my butt was freezing because I tucked my skirt into my underwear. Right? So tell those stories and it doesn't have to be current. I tell that story in my emails now, just so that somebody can get to know how goofy I am and how and just a little bit about me. And that story happened a long time ago. I haven't had a job for a really long time. So again, tell stories. One of your jobs is to collect stories. So keep your eye out for stories about yourself, stories about people in your business, result stories, etc. Remember, stories sell, facts tell. Secret number 3, and turning your business into an ATM machine. Remember, your prospects don't trust your company, your business, your products, your services yet. They might trust you as a person, but they don't necessarily trust anything else at this point. So one of the things that I want to remind you of, and this is kind of a busy slide, so I'm going to go through this purposefully so that you can really take this into your business, especially if you're a network marketer. I hear a lot. That's great for that person, but the people I know can't afford stuff like that, or there's nobody in my community that would want this, or people around me are broke, or whatever, right? So I don't hear that too much because I never built locally, but I'll just remind that person that they have the whole world. Right? When you work with me, you have wherever your company is, you have the whole world available to you. Another thing that was really interesting is that in my last opportunity, I was answering a prospect's questions, and he said to me, "Yeah, Karla, I'm a little worried because is this company real?" And I just was floored. I had never heard the company I was with. It was a big name. It was publicly traded on Wall Street, and I immediately said, "Well, it's publicly traded on Wall Street. It can't get any realer than that." But you have to realize again that people they don't know, right? They're distrusting. So the best way, especially because you're not always talking to somebody, the best way to reassure somebody that your business works, that your products work, that your services work, is simply to show proof. Talk about the top earners, talk about the results from the products, answer those concerns in your emails and your social media. And just keep an eye out for other people's stories and other people's concern. Listen, if I hadn't had that person ask me that question, I would never have even thought that concern was possible. So I just added that quote unquote objection to the list of things that I kept talking about in my emails, my videos, my follow-up. Just, it's the truth, right? People are just naturally distrusting. So the easiest way to overcome that distrust is just by consistently proving that what you say you're going to do, you do. What your product says it does. What your company, what getting started with your company can create financially in time with, it is true. Just show photos, videos, all the proof that you can. And one other thing that I want to tell you right now is to avoid all company jargon. If you're in network marketing, don't talk to somebody about ranking up to triple diamond, leprechaun, whatever the name of the rank is. Talk about what that means financially. Don't talk about PV, VV, LMNOP, all those different kinds of words that we have in our network marketing lexicon. Don't use them. Use regular words that your prospects understand. Secret number 4, guess what? Your prospect doesn't trust themselves. And usually, oh, there's a typo there. Sorry about that. Usually they're not even aware of this one. So this one is a little tricky, but it's easy enough to help them through this process. Again, be transparent. Show them what you're doing. If you were looking to recruit people into your business, show them what it's like when they get started. Show them if you have pictures of you with other teammates, or if you go to convention and you have a meeting, or if you're in a Facebook group, or all the different things you do as part of your day building your business. Just show them what you're doing. That will create a trust that they can actually do, because they don't know, right? They have no idea what's on the other side. Show them, especially people that have very little time, they're probably your best builders. You want to show them what people can create in a very little time, because they don't trust themselves that they're going to do what they need to do in the time that they have. And most importantly, and this one's a big one, show them exactly what's going to happen when they sign up. When somebody is in that decision-making mode, ready to dive off the diving board into your business, they don't know if it's only the pool's only 3 feet below them, or 12 feet below them, or it's empty. So what I like to do is say, hey, I'm so excited to work with you. Here's what's going to happen. As soon as you purchase, get started, take care of the financial thing, purchase your whatever pack, I'm going to send you an email that gives you your next 3 things to do to set up your business. We're going to get you booked into my calendar so that we can do a business plan, so that I can see what your financial goals, and we'll craft a way to get from where you are right now to your financial goals. Let's go. So all you're doing is showing them that there is nice warm water 2 feet under that diving board, that you're there to catch them and keep them afloat. Being transparent builds trust in you, but most importantly, trust in themselves. Again, your people don't know what's going on. Secret number 5, this is the big one. This is the one where you are truly and honestly, truly building an ATM for your business. I'll tell you a quick story. I hate buying computers. Well, first, let me tell you this story. I was just building my list. This was quite a few years ago. I was just putting it together, and the company announced that they were going to have this contest for however many people did whatever in a certain period of time. The top 200 people, the company was going to take them out to dinner at the next event. And I decided I wanted that. I wanted to be at that dinner. So I'm like, okay, so what can I do? Well, I can give away a bunch of coaching calls or something at the beginning, where I can help them plan how to make their first $1,000 in their business, or whatever it was. So I had 5 days before I needed to get whatever I needed to get, make the sales for the company. So I sent out, I don't know, maybe 10 emails in 5 days saying, hey, anybody that gets started before Saturday at noon, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this or that. You ready? Just full on sales email. I wrote emails. I ran a hefty promotion by myself. Wasn't anybody else in there. I just pounded my list. And what I was doing was just shaking the people loose that were on my list that had been sitting there on the fence. I gave them a reason to get started right then and there. And I reassured them that I was going to be on the other side of that diving board, ready to catch them and help them move fast. So my reward was obviously I made some money, but I got a dinner with the founders of the company. You can use this over and over and over again. One day I hate spending money on computers. And my husband said, we need new computers. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm going to create this money out of thin air. And I ran a promotion to my list, and I made the couple $1,000s that we needed to buy those computers and more. So if you need money to do something, when you have a list and you've built a list of people that are prospects, you can turn that list into a money spewing, credit card filling ATM. And lastly, the secret number 6, I just want to reassure you, it's not hard to come up with email ideas. It's something that you can do really easily. You just have to exercise the muscle and get into shape. So what can you send to your list every single week, sometimes multiple times a week, that would offer value? Well, number one is personal updates. Again, you want to build that new like and trust factor. And so you go out to dinner with your husband, you can tell the story about the waiter that spilled the drinks or whatever. You are dying to travel again, like me. You can tell the story of the last time you went on vacation, whatever it is. You want to have that personal touch. FAQs about your business. There's tons of questions you can answer. What it's like being your team. What do you do every day? What kind of products? There's all kinds of FAQs and Q&As that you can have about your business. Promotions your company is running, success stories, why you got started, why you picked this company, what you've experienced, what you thought and found out before and after you got started, breakthroughs that you've had, breakthroughs that people have had on your team. What you love about the products, what you hate about the products. Ideas are seriously endless. But the most important thing is just plain being transparent about everything builds the trust in yourself, builds your prospects' trust in you, but most importantly, builds the trust in your prospects thinking about themselves. Okay, that's it. If you are looking for a way to automate much of your business, whether it's sales funnels, follow-up automation, etc., if you're ready to automate, if you're ready to be able to generate unlimited cold leads from anywhere you want, whether it's Pinterest, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, job boards, Google. If you're looking to make those sleep sales, then I have a gift for you. I want to gift you my Recruiting Secrets Masterclass. This is an hour-long masterclass where I spill the entire beans on exactly how I've built multiple million-dollar businesses over and over and over again, using automations, using simple strategies to generate leads and simple follow-up processes to kick those leads right off the fence and into my business. All you have to do is go to karlasilver.com/masterclass. You can register there, and I'd love to see you inside my masterclass. Again, karlasilver.com/masterclass. That is all I have for you today. I hope you've enjoyed this training. I can't wait to see how you build that business ATM for yourself. Thanks for your time, everybody. Have an awesome day.
You've been listening to the Impactful Entrepreneurs Show with Adrienne Hill, where we support coaches, course creators, and network and affiliate marketers to translate their big picture vision into actionable plans to build out their business efficiently. If you love our show, we invite you to visit buildalifebydesign.com to join the conversation, access the show notes, and discover more helpful resources. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, and share. Thank you for listening.